What's going on YouTube? Username Kite562 here, and I have another manga review for you, and it is of Volume 21 of Beastars. Now, as always, Beastars is written and illustrated by Paru Itagaki and published by Viz Media. And along with that, these reviews contain some spoilers, but not enough to ruin it for new readers. So sit back and relax and listen to what I have to say. Now, these points of interest are of my own opinion, so please sit back and relax and enjoy the video. Now, the first point I want to talk about is that Legoshi faces off against the female Inaragumi leader, Ten. Now, the Inaragumi is comprised mostly of canine female members of like foxes, wolves, or mainly just foxes. If I'm wrong about this, please let me know down in the comments below, but after Legoshi fought with the Dokugumi leader Saban in Volume 20, they added their severed tails to Legoshi's mixed blood flame torch, and he continued on with this fight against the Inaragumi leader, Ten, which she kind of looks like Ellie Driver from Kill Bill Volume 1 or 2. The one blonde chick with the eye patch, that's what her design kind of reminded me of in a way. So, heck, like a good chunk of these fights reminded me a lot of Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 by Quentin Tarantino. Really great film, by the way. So, anyway, during Ten's and Legoshi's fight, Legoshi feels like he should fight Ten on equal ground, so Legoshi puts on his dress and heels again to face Ten on equal grounds. Now, as you can remember far away, I think like back in Volume 11 or 12, Legoshi dressed up in a woman's cocktail dress and then entered a bar in the back alley market. That's when Louis got his shocked face and Ibuki was kind of creeping behind the scenes, and he's like, oh, that's one ugly woman. It's like, Louis, what are you getting yourself into, man? But anyway, during Ten's and Legoshi's fight, Ten tries to teach Legoshi how to elegantly fight in a dress, and she doesn't want Legoshi showing his panties during this fight, so I just thought it was a really well illustrated scene, and just how some of the dynamic poses were, the action poses, it was just really memorable to me. In some expressions by Legoshi, like, he kept on being in this inner dilemma of males should not hit females. That's another reason why he felt like it was okay to wear a dress during this fight, along with a pair of heels. But these armaments of his kind of had their disadvantages. It was hard for him to have proper movement, so Ten tries to tell him to shift his weight more to the front of his toes. And it was just an all-around interesting experience, and as this fight goes on, Ten keeps on revealing to Legoshi how female Canaday members are kind of looked down within the underground community of the back alley market, so Ten tells Legoshi about the tale of a fox's wedding, which is kind of a supernatural phenomenon that when a sunny rain hits, spirit will transform into the one you love, and then the person would be tricked into marrying the fox. Whatever chaos that may ensue, I don't know. So, as the turf war continues on, Melon has his fight with the Madaragumi, which is the lion gang of leopards and jaguars. Not the Shishigumi, but it's, again, mainly a gang comprised of leopards, jaguars, and as he's going with the fight within the Madaragumi, Legoshi's having his fight still with the Inaragumi, and it's just a really another well-balanced experience. And then Melon's having a crazed time of his life, and he just looks like an absolute demon, with one half of his face looking like a leopard and the other half looking like a gazelle, and it's just split like down the middle like Harvey Two-Face or something. And again, all these panels were really well illustrated by Paru, and I just have to give her major props for that. So anyway, as I was saying, as the turf war continues, Melon and the Shishigumi face off against the Madaragumi. During this fight, Melon has a triggering flashback of his mother. Now, I'm not going to go into details about it. Again, as I've always said, read this manga. It is good. Anyway, shifting back to another perspective, Gosha and Yaya have a one-on-one talk and tried to keep the turf war from spreading out into the public of the regular society of where everything's supposedly kumbaya and everything. But really it isn't, so they ended up talking at the top of the back alley market gate, which is made of like steel or cement, whatever. The volume didn't really specify what the wall was made out of, so Gosha's venom accidentally ends up leaking onto this gate and just ends up disintegrating it, and then a mother kangaroo with her child wanted to know what was going on behind that gate, and the officer was like, nothing weird's going on here, or something around those lines. Please let me know down in the comments below if I'm wrong. So anyway, during Legoshi's fight with Tin, Melon tries to kill her and interrupt Legoshi's fight, but, you know, Melon ends up getting a knee by Legoshi, and again, that's another well-written panel. So it was just a all-in-all solid experience with this volume alone. So my next point, shifting back to Gosha and Yaya, the back alley market goes through a power outage due to the rain. So, although carnivores have the advantage of seeing in the dark, herbivores are still vulnerable. So, and then Gosha ends up telling Yaya that he doesn't think Yaya's hard work as the Beastar hasn't gone in vain, because he's helped both carnivores and herbivores develop a conscience, even though this back alley market blackout due to the weather gives carnivores a straight up advantage and lets carnivores reign supreme and makes everything look like a freaking buffet to them, with all the vulnerable herbivores at a disadvantage because they can't see in the dark while carnivores can. And that just ends up in a bunch of fist fights blowing up everywhere left and right. And again, another solid action panel by Paru, and it's just, this never ceases to impress me more. So it's just all in all great. So way later on in this volume, like during the fight between Melon and Legoshi's end up being choked out and pinned against a wall by Melon, since his leopard side's taking over more, and Legoshi wants to know more about Melon, and then Melon's glad that Legoshi's becoming more serious, and just Legoshi ends up scratching Melon's chest, and all you see is blood spurting everywhere from left and right. Again, another phenomenal panel, so Paru really went all out on this. It's just an all-around great experience, even though we're one volume away from this series ending. So, here's the thing. Q witnesses Legoshi being pinned up against the wall, and so she finally releases him from the stay command that was given to him in volume 20 or volume 19. If I'm wrong on this, please let me know down in the comments below. So that way Q finally realizes, hey, strong beasts have timid hearts, and that quote that Q just said just really, it really surprised me. That I'm really glad Q doesn't see Legoshi as just a bumbling idiot like I've always thought. So, but I don't think Legoshi's a bumbling idiot, nor do I think Q's an annoying character. I actually kind of like Q, so. Like, early on, Ten mentions this little supernatural phenomenon called the tale of the marrying the fox in a sun shower, which is rain during the sunlight, or sunlight in the rain, whatever. So 10 is just sick and tired of females being depicted as manipulative over decades, years, hell, even centuries of just being manipulative vixens. But, you know, Legoshi also tells 10 that he's sick and tired of all the stereotypes of people saying wolves always howl at the moon all the time whenever there is one. And he assures 10 that he'll let people know about the stereotypes that females have to go through, female candidate, and just will try to put a stop to it as much as he can. So I really admire Legoshi's listening ears. So anyway, my overall thoughts on this volume, a lot of different views and connections, perspectives, very few tense moments, like when Yaya tries to announce himself as vulnerable to the carnivores, just ready to rip to shreds all the vulnerable herbivores during the blackout in like the dead center of the back alley market. But as the rain clears up, the power comes back on. But I have to say, this alone, this volume, was a really solid experience. So I give Volume 21 of Beastars by Paru Itagaki, and published by Viz Media, an 8.8 out of 10. So anyway, those are my thoughts. What was your favorite part about Volume 21 of Beastars? Let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content from this channel, and be sure to hit that notification bell. I also keep updates on my community tab. As of recently, I am also reading The Stand by Stephen King. Really wonderful experience. I'm 11 chapters in. So anyway, this is Kite562 signing out. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Later.